Hi there and welcome back, friends. This is the Stellaris, the Cthulhu Myth Let's Play with your host Emmanuel Can, and we're back to have a closer look at three of our new friends, enemies we don't know. And it's the blessed Xiclotl principality, the Deep One's star hierarchy, and the Imperial Shan systems. These three are races originating from the Cthulhu Myth, and especially these two, the Imperial Shan, which means the insects from Shaggait, which is the race, and the blessed Xiclotl are connected, even in the myth. And in the myth, the Xiclotl are slaves to the Shaggait. But not for long, because when the Shaggait learn, or the Shan insects learn that the Xiclotl, these fanatic spiritualists, throw themselves to death to giant death-vine creatures, they stop their being overlords and flee from the planet, because they're afraid of the giant abominations that are called death vines. So this is the connection, and you see, they understand each other well. They are allied with each other, have trade deals, and yeah, they are both at war with probably the same empire. So let's look at these three. First at the beings from Xiclotl. What are they? And I'm using the Xiclotl.com wiki here, which has proved to be like the best one. Not for pictures, but very nice and very nice overview. So the beings from Xiclotl are tall plant-like creatures. I have used the fungoid thing there, as we don't have plant models in Stellaris yet. They have metallic grey skin, many arm tentacles, and a wide gaping mouth. They are highly carnivorous and dwell on the heavily forested world of Xiclotl, where they themselves are preyed on by the monstrous death vine creatures. The beings are said to not be very intelligent and highly primitive. They are a slave race of the insects from Shaggait, and many of the Xiclotl race were taken to Earth, with a small colony existing today in the Seven Valley. So they are no strange beings to us. We have found on Earth some traces of their being. Now let's go over to the insects from Shaggait. Let's take a closer look to the Xiclotl now. Communicate with them. See, they are collectivist and spiritualist. This is due to their long slavery. They are used to sticking together, and everyone like being the same. And of course, when you sacrifice yourself to giant beings, then you're a fanatic spiritualist. What else? Make this brief, Arkham Human, our patience for pointless banter has long since run out. And they hate us because we're so rational, and we're just not like them. They're a divine mandate, and they want everyone to believe what they believe. And now let's look at their overlords, and you can see they're also their overlords here. They will probably soon become their vassals, as they're inferior and the Shan are superior to us. They have a really big population as well. They are close to our population. And the Shan are militarist, xenophobes, and collectivists. Xenophobes because they tended to fear the Xiclotl after a while. And militarist and collectivist, yes, they stick together as a sort of insect race, and they also tend to be rather warlike. As you'll soon see, let's see, yes, they are from Ramsay Campbell's story, The Insects of Shaggait. And one time they migrated to that planet, Xiclotl. The whole solar system was called Shaggait. And once the Shaggait planet, not the sun or the solar system of Shaggait, the planet Shaggait had been destroyed, the insects, though the Shan, moved to the planet before moving on to the world of Thagon after learning of the Death Vine race of creature. Yeah, so you can see these Shan are very closely connected to them. But now let's go over to the Deep One star hierarchy, but not before we take a closer look at our xenophobes here. Our entire nation stands united in the contempt we feel towards you, Arkham Human. My mesenteron chums at the mere sight of you, whatever that means. And they are quite unfriendly, and of course they're superior to us because of their fleet power. They have great power. Let's look at the Deep Ones now. They're inferior to us though. Unfriendly. They're collectivist, xenophobes and materialists. And as you can see here, they can live very long. They have the venerable trait, and they they're very ugly. And they're also decadent due to their long age. They have developed a thought superiority over other beings. They have lived on Earth for a while, in the deep seas, but let's look what the wiki on Xiclotl says about them. The Deep Ones are a species of aquatic humanoids with both fish and anuride characteristics. Simply put, frog fishmen, dwelling in cities at the ocean's bottom. These creatures were first introduced in the Shadow over Innsmouth. So, they are complicated creatures, as is to be expected. Both frog-like and fish-like slimy anthropoid creatures with spiny ridges down their back and bulging lidless eyes. Deep Ones, despite their preferred marine environment, can survive on land for extended periods. Deep Ones are capable of hybridizing with humans, resulting in a person with an Innsmouth look, which will eventually metamorphose into a complete Deep One and return to the sea. So maybe there are some among us. Deep Ones do not die natural deaths, but are effectively immortal, hence they're plus 120-year-olds, and will only die of accidents, war or disease. Deep Ones apparently are found all over the world, but few know the correct method to contact them. Deep Ones can also hybridize with the Yuck's sentient flatworms. Very strange. The Deep Ones revere both Mother Hydra and Father Dagon, powerful demigods who may both be in fact enormous Deep Ones. So they're not really religious. They it's more that like they revere persons among them. And we can cite the Shadow over Innsmouth. That damnable fishy odor again waxed dominant. They would perhaps be the worst of all Innsmouth types. The horde was very close now, air foul with their hoarse snarlings and the ground almost shaking with their alien-rhythmed footfalls. I saw them in a limitless stream, flopping, hopping, croaking, bleating, urging inhumanly through the spectral moonlight in a grotesque, malignant saraband of fantastic nightmare. Some of them had tall tiaras of that nameless whitish gold metal, and some were strangely robed, and one who led the way was clad in a ghoulishly humped black coat and striped trousers, and had a man's felt head perched on the shapeless thing that answered for a head. I think their predominant color was a grayish-green, though they had white bellies. They were mostly shiny and slippery, but the ridges of their backs were scaly. Their forms vaguely suggested the anthropoid, while their heads were the heads of fish with prodigious bulging eyes that never closed. At the sides of their necks were palpitating gills, and their long paws were webbed. They hopped irregularly, sometimes on 2 legs and sometimes on 4. Their croaking, baying voices held all the dark shades of expression which their staring faces lacked. So these are our new, friends. They are slaving despots as well. Let's see how we live with all these nice new neighbors, shall we?
Anomaly found.
Oh, a rare thing. On Dewicks, an anomaly was found by our young scientist, relatively young, 48 is not is very young for us, Zainab El-Hazmi. There is significant scarring on the surface of this world in a pattern that cannot be natural. From orbit, the massive rifts look almost like writing. Again, let's research it. The anvil has constructed something, and we have a construction ship here. Idle? That cannot be. Let's look at that. We can go over to this system. Doorfill, and yeah, let's build some mining stations for a start. The timed project. Yeah, there is someone on the way, I think, or I hope. In Sidor already. Let's look at that. Where is our scientist? Yeah, there he is. Let's hope he's quick enough. Oh, there's a timeout coming. Hurry up. Diligent.
Construction complete.
Oh, hostile fleets present. Where are we? Here. Anachronos. There's the Diligent. Now. Move over here. You have to. Come on. Should do this manually. And there's the Arkham Peace Force on Korak, and I think we will soon need another corvette. I think we're researching the new warp drive. I'm not sure though. Let's look at that. Yeah, there it is, the new warp drive. We'll need another fusion reactor though. And now we can go for 2 deflectors. Again. The Peregrine here. Now much quicker. Chemical thrusters. Yeah, the warp drive is quicker. That's not that important yet. I don't think we'll have to upgrade them now. We could though. Ah, that's the HUM Godspeed. Let's look at that. I think we wanted to send this thing to Dressel. only one choice to make. It's to go to the middle there. And of course we'll have to be quick. Track this on map. Need to go to Tidis. And the alien writing has been deciphered. Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Dewix 3. The massive script covers a large portion of the planet's upper hemisphere. Appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. Fascinating. Indeed fascinating. Research that project here. I think these are safe systems too, so.
Construction complete.
Let's see. Marin Karin. Oh. Olfactory arousal. Long-term exposure to the pollen naturally occurring in Kiresia's atmosphere. Kiresia is here in Tidis. Acts on the colonists' pheromone receptors with a mild aphrodisiac effect, accompanied by a barely perceptible high. The plant that produces the most potent strain is a flower, common to all areas of the planet, squirreled away into some obscure taxonomic nook by scientists on Kiresia, but known in the local Arkham Human dialect as Marin Karin. We do not have the resources to exterminate the plant. Remarkable. Well, we're going for that. We're interested in everything. Let's look on Mindos, though. The Frontier Clinic. We have the Hydroponics Farm. What can we build here? We can build a mining network. Mineral processing plant. No. That's overkill for this. And what can we build here? Just some basic science lab. We have to look at our energy credits though in the long run. Look at Kiresia. Pheromone first stage, happiness plus 10%. Very good indeed. And there's a Frontier Clinic coming. And we should remove this dense jungle here. Be able to grow even faster.